And this final one is going to be fairly short. I just want you to take a look at some of the aspects of the Doctor Who Christmas Carol versus Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Again, both we're going to see similarities to them. One, realize that there's lots of intertext just by using the title A Christmas Carol. Think about all I have to do is say to you, Ghost of Christmas Past, and it conjures into your mind lots of things as long as you know the story. You would know that we're going to talk about somebody who's going to have something wrong with them, and then they learn about themselves and they are redeemed at the end. So we have all of that, but they take us a step further to make some parallels here. Notice we're in 44th century, the city of Sardictown on the planet of Ember. So quite an alien existence, 22 centuries or 23 centuries into the future. In spite of that, we have Victorian dress. Jem Kazran is very much wearing Victorian clothing for it to be, so far advanced civilization. We see the gas lamps. We see kind of the old idea of, the music speakers so that the carols could be played throughout the city. And we see the Victorian traditions. We see the Christmas traditions very clearly put on display of eating a traditional meal. We saw them each holding, each other's hands and pulling on what are called the Christmas crackers in England. And when you pull on it, it makes a pop, and it has these little paper hats that everyone will put on, and has usually a little corny joke and maybe some candy or a prize. And so that's very much a tradition. So we saw all the traditions coming into play, just like in A Christmas Carol, the revival of those traditions, even in the bleakest times, even in the darkest times. Then we need to still have the family dinner, coming together, the importance of family, the importance of tradition, even in a society set so far into the future. In this episode, we do have a little bit of foreshadowing. There's many different aspects throughout the last couple of series where you can start seeing foreshadowing, because we have the same showrunner now, who is the head writer. He knows what he's thinking of in future episodes, so he's starting to seed, S-E-E-D, seed different ideas in. And in this one we see two specific things that are in plain sight. The use of song, which is going to become important, and that you actually will have seen for Wednesday's class on the Rings of Akaten. We have the Christmas carols, we have the singing to calm the fish, we have Abigail's song at the end, and the use of the word silence. We have to talk about silence. When they're in the cupboard, they have to be silent. Lyrics to the song of Abigail's songs constantly referring to silence. So we're going to see silence coming into play in the last season of Doctor Who. And the snowman. We are going to see Snowman return fairly shortly. So that's it for London, Industrialization of London, and Doctor Who, A Christmas Carol.